Hello, my name is Rafael Seif Ortiz and I belong to the Department of Applied Linguistics at the Technical University of Valencia, UPV. In this academic writing video, I'm going to deal with paragraph writing, how to write a correct or efficient paragraph. These are the contents of the presentation. First, we will have a look at some features or characteristics of effective paragraphs. Then, in relation to that, we'll see the structure of a good paragraph. Then we will see a couple of examples of good paragraphs, and we will end with a practical checklist that can help you in order to apply these rules or strategies to your writing practice. The objectives are to identify the main features of effective paragraphs first, and then to understand the structure of a well-constructed paragraph, and then also to learn how to write effective academic paragraphs with a clear and very logical structure, which is not easy, but it has certain strategies that you can apply. Well, let's start with the characteristics of effective paragraphs. Paragraphs are the main building blocks of writing, so they are very important because they help the writer to structure the flow of the writer's argument and the essence of the writing. Each paragraph focuses normally on one main idea and together with it a group of connected sentences to build on and amplify this important or main idea. Then the argument of your writing proceeds by moving from the main idea in one paragraph to the main idea in the next. So good paragraphs are normally connected in a written text. Then paragraphs provide readers with visual help to follow the arguments because they are visually separate blocks in a text. So they help the reader to actually follow the argument and the essence of the writing. Regarding length, there's no ideal length because it depends on the content, on the type of text, etc. But it would be always a good idea to keep the length of the paragraph between 7 and 14 lines. In other words, between 3 and 7 sentences approximately. And regarding the number of ideas in a paragraph, normally there's one main idea expressed in what we call the topic sentence. Normally the first one, although not necessarily, the first sentence could be an introduction, a general introduction, and then the second could be the topic sentence, but it must be at the beginning of the paragraph. The other sentences support and expand on this basic main idea in different ways, as we will see. And the last sentence of the paragraph may summarize the essence of the argument or the paragraph. There's not a single possible pattern for a paragraph, but the sentences after the topic sentence, which comes at the beginning, as we said, may have a variety of functions. They may be clarifications or restatements of the main idea, explanations of this idea, qualifications in many ways. They can provide examples as well, very typically. They can support evidence to the main idea, or they can comment different parts of the main idea. And there must be some kind of link, stated or implied, of one paragraph with the previous and the next paragraphs. This is very normal. We are going to see a couple of examples explained. In this first example, which is very general, we have the topic sentence on top. The way we use banks is currently changes, it is the topic, which is followed by the reason of the topic. This is partly because of the introduction of new technology in the last 10 years. And then we have examples. The personal computer and the internet, for instance, allow computers to view their account at home and perform operations such as moving money between accounts. And then we have details and further details. At the same time, banks are being organized in ways that affect both customers and staff. In the past 5 years, over 3,000 bank branches have closed in Britain. And then we have reason and conclusion here in the last sentence. The banks have discovered that staffing call centers is cheaper than running a branch network. Here we can see a very logical structure organized around the topic sentence. Next, we have a much more complicated paragraph, but following the same structure from a technical paper. Here we have the topic sentence. The ultra-long duration balloon is a superpressure or closed balloon which is not vented to the atmosphere like conventional balloons. Here the topic sentence is a contrast between ultra-long duration balloons and conventional ones. Then we have the rest of the paragraph, which is an explanation of how these type of balloons work. For example, in sentence 2, we have a description of the special features of its construction, usually fabricated from stronger materials such as polyester. Superpressure balloons are inflated like their zero pressure counterparts and then sealed. Then we have the following two sentences which explain how it operates in the air. Once the superpressure balloon reaches the desired altitude, the sun's heat forces the internal pressure to rise until it exceeds the outside ambient pressure. As a result, the differential pressure between the inside and the outside increases. Then we have, in addition, some information about what happens at night. At night, when the gas cools, the differential pressure drops, but if enough gas has been put into the balloon, the differential cannot drop below zero. Then we have another two sentences that summarize its operation. In this way, the balloon remains full and at a stable altitude without having to drop ballast. So long as the balloon remains impervious to helium or hydrogen molecules, it can stay aloft. And then we have the last sentences, which is an overall conclusion. Accordingly, superpressure balloons can be used for flights of far greater duration than zero pressure systems. Here we can find that the whole paragraph has a very clear structure, organized as usual around the first topic sentence. I'm going to give you a practical checklist to check and verify that you're writing logical and effective paragraphs. First, conduct a visual check of your writing on the length of paragraphs. Check the average length of the paragraph. Then count the number of words in randomly selected sentences to see whether the average number of words is between 15 and 25. This is a good idea. Do the scheme of the text and see if you can follow the essence through the structure of the paragraph. And then check that the paragraphs contain a topic sentence followed by related and relevant information. In conclusion, paragraphs are the building blocks of academic writing. A paragraph must be organized around a topic sentence followed by a logical structure. The length of its elements must be balanced, and then also well-written paragraphs can help you to give a coherent structure to an academic text. This is a very important feature of academic writing. Thank you very much.